Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when doubt whispers in your ear, when you question your abilities, when you hesitate to take the next step because fear grips you. But here's the truth. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every masterpiece was once just an idea in the mind of someone who dared to believe in themselves. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, something you nurture, something you choose. The world has a way of making you feel small, of making you second guess yourself. People will tell you that you're not ready, that your dreams are too big, that you don't have what it takes. But remember, the ones who shape history are those who refuse to listen. They are the ones who trust their instincts, who take the road less traveled, who see possibilities where others see limits. Failure will come, and that's a good thing. It means you're trying, it means you're pushing beyond the ordinary. Each failure is a lesson, a stepping stone, a refinement of your path. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't luck or talent, it's persistence. It's the ability to stand up, dust yourself off, and move forward with even greater determination. Confidence isn't about knowing everything, it's about trusting that you will figure things out. It's about having faith in your ability to adapt, to learn, to grow. The world doesn't need another person trying to fit in. It needs someone bold enough to stand out, to think differently, to challenge the norms. When you believe in yourself, others will too, and when they don't, it won't matter, because you won't be waiting for their approval. Your time is limited, and every second spent doubting yourself is a second wasted. Stop worrying about what others think. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop being afraid of failure. Take risks, follow your vision, and trust that the dots will connect in ways you can't yet see. One day, looking back, you'll realize that every challenge, every setback, every leap of faith led you exactly where you were meant to be. There's a common belief that some people are simply born confident, as if it's a gift given to a lucky few, but that's not the truth. Confidence isn't something written in your DNA. It's something you build, something you develop through experience, through action, through mindset. It's not about having all the answers, it's about trusting yourself to find them. Think about the people who have changed the world. They weren't born knowing they would be great. They weren't handed a script that told them how their journey would unfold. They simply took the first step, even when they weren't sure where it would lead. They embraced uncertainty, they made mistakes, they failed, and they learned. Every time they got back up, their confidence grew, not because they never failed, but because they realized failure didn't define them. The problem is most people wait. They wait for a moment when fear disappears. But confidence doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. It's built when you take risks, when you push yourself beyond comfort, when you face the fear and move forward anyway. The more you act, the more you learn that you are capable. The more you trust yourself, the more unstoppable you become. You don't need permission to believe in yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're worthy, that you're smart enough, strong enough, talented enough. You are. And the moment you decide to believe that, not because of what others say, but because of what you choose to believe, that's the moment your confidence starts to grow. And once it does, nothing will be able to hold you back. The world is full of voices telling you what you can and cannot do. Some will say your dreams are too big, that you're not ready, that you don't have what it takes. And if you listen to them, if you let their doubts take root in your mind, they will shape your reality. But here's the truth. Greatness has never come from following the noise of the crowd. It comes from shutting it out and trusting yourself even when no one else does. The people who make history are not the ones who seek approval. They are the ones who challenge the norm. They are the ones who dare to think differently, to push boundaries, to believe in their vision when the rest of the world calls it impossible. Every revolutionary idea, every breakthrough, every act of courage was once met with skepticism. But those who rise above don't waste time proving others wrong. They focus on proving themselves right. Doubt from others is inevitable. Some people project their own fears onto you because they never had the courage to chase their own dreams. Their opinions are shaped by their limitations, not yours. You do not need their permission to believe in yourself. You do not need validation to move forward. The moment you stop looking for approval is the moment you take back your power. The world may doubt you, but you cannot afford to doubt yourself. Let them talk, let them question, let them say you're not ready. then let your actions speak louder than their words. Because in the end, confidence is not built on their opinions. It's built on your decision to keep going no matter what they say. Failure is not the enemy. It is not a sign that you are not good enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. It is proof that you are trying, that you are stepping beyond the limits of comfort, that you are daring to do something most people are too afraid to attempt. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never failed. They are the ones who failed more than anyone else and still kept moving forward. Every mistake, every setback, every rejection is a lesson disguised as disappointment. It teaches you what works and what doesn't. It sharpens your instincts, strengthens your resilience, and prepares you for the moment when your effort finally pays off. If you run from failure, you run from growth. If you avoid mistakes, you avoid progress. The only real failure is the refusal to try. Think about the moments in your life when you were afraid to take a risk because you might fail. What if instead of seeing failure as something to fear, you saw it as a necessary step towards success? What if every no brought you closer to a yes? What if every misstep was actually guiding you in the right direction? The truth is, confidence is not about never falling. It is about knowing that you will always rise again. No one gets it right the first time. No one has ever built something great without setbacks. But those who understand that failure is part of the journey don't let it break them. They use it, they learn from it. And because of that, they grow stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable. So when failure comes, don't run from it. Embrace it, learn from it, and most importantly, keep going. Because every failure brings you one step closer to success. Most people give up too soon. They try, they struggle, they face obstacles, and then they stop. They assume that success is about talent, about luck, about being in the right place at the right time. But it's not. The real difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple: persistence. It's the ability to keep moving forward when everything in you wants to quit. It's the refusal to let setbacks define you. It's the mindset that says, I will figure this out no matter what. Think about the moments when things got tough, when the results didn't come fast enough, when the progress seemed invisible, when doubt started creeping in. That's the moment that separates success from failure. Because the ones who succeed are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to stop. They are the ones who get back up one more time than they fall. They are the ones who show up even on the days when motivation fades and the path seems unclear. Every great achievement in history was built on persistence. The inventions that changed the world, the companies that rose from nothing, the leaders who inspired millions, they all faced moments where quitting seemed easier. But they didn't. They kept learning, kept adapting, kept going, and eventually the world had no choice but to recognize them. The truth is, success doesn't happen overnight. It happens in the quiet moments when no one is watching, in the days when you push through exhaustion, in the decisions to keep going when no results are visible yet. Most people quit right before they would have succeeded. You cannot be one of them. Because if you persist, if you refuse to give up, if you keep taking one step after another, there is no force strong enough to stop you. Nobody has all the answers. Not even the most successful people in the world. The difference between those who move forward and those who stay stuck isn't knowledge, it's trust. Trust in themselves, trust in their ability to figure things out, trust that no matter what challenges come their way, they will find a way through. Confidence isn't about knowing everything in advance. It's about believing that you are capable of learning, adapting, and growing. Think about the first time you tried something new. Maybe it was riding a bike, learning a skill, or speaking in front of an audience. You didn't have all the answers then, but you figured it out. You made mistakes, you adjusted, and eventually what once seemed impossible became second nature. Life works the same way. Every challenge, every opportunity, every decision you make is another chance to trust yourself, even when the path isn't clear. Fear thrives in uncertainty. It convinces you that because you don't have all the answers now, you never will. But look at the people who have changed the world. They didn't wait until they had everything figured out before they started. They took the first step, even in the dark, and trusted that the dots would connect. And they did. Every mistake became a lesson. Every failure became a stepping stone. Every risk taken became a building block for something greater. Though you don't need to have it all figured out today. You just need to believe that you will figure it out along the way. Trust yourself. Trust that you are capable of learning what needs to be learned, of adapting to whatever comes next. Because when you have that trust, when you know deep down that no challenge is too big for you to handle, confidence becomes unstoppable. The world is filled with people who spend their lives trying to fit in. They follow the rules, they stay within the lines, they do what is expected of them because it feels safe. But safety has never created anything extraordinary. The ones who change the world, the ones who inspire others, the ones who achieve greatness are the ones who dare to be different. They refuse to blend in. They refuse to think like everyone else. They refuse to follow a path just because someone told them it was the right one. Confidence is not about being accepted. It is about being bold enough to stand out. It is about knowing that your ideas, your vision, your way of thinking are valuable even if no one else sees it yet. The world does not remember those who played it safe. It remembers the ones who broke the mold, who challenged the norms, who saw possibilities where others saw limitations. The truth is, people who try to fit in end up losing themselves. They become a version of what others want them to be, rather than who they were meant to be. But the moment you decide to embrace what makes you different, the moment you stop worrying about what others think and start trusting in your own unique perspective, that is the moment you become unstoppable. Think about the greatest innovations, the greatest art, the greatest movements in history. They all started with someone who refused to conform, someone who believed in their visions so deeply that they were willing to stand alone until the world finally caught up. That is confidence. Not seeking approval, not waiting for permission, but boldly stepping into who you are and owning it. The world doesn't need another person trying to fit in. It needs you, in your truest, most fearless form. There will always be people who doubt you. Some will question your abilities, some will dismiss your ideas, and some will tell you that you are not good enough. If you spend your life waiting for their approval, you will never move forward. You will never take risks, never chase your dreams, never become the person you were meant to be. The truth is, confidence does not come from others believing in you. It comes from you believing in yourself. Look around at the people who inspire you, the ones who built something meaningful, who achieved the impossible, who changed the course of history. Do you think they waited for permission? Do you think they stopped when people doubted them? No, they moved forward, not because they were guaranteed success, but because they refused to let someone else's opinion define their potential. You do not need validation to take the first step. You do not need applause to chase your dreams. The moment you stop seeking approval from others is the moment you set yourself free. Free to think differently, free to take risks, free to create, free to be yourself without limits. The people who doubt you today might be the same ones who admire you tomorrow, but by then it won't even matter, because you will have already proven to yourself that their opinions were never the deciding factor. You get one life, one chance to create, to explore, to leave your mark. Do not waste it waiting for someone to tell you that you are ready. You are ready now. Believe in yourself first and let the world catch up later. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. Yet so many people waste their days waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to feel ready, waiting for fear to disappear. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is no magical day when all the fear is gone, when everything feels safe, when success is guaranteed. If you keep waiting, you will spend your whole life standing still. Confidence is built in action, not in hesitation. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who had endless time to prepare. They are the ones who started even when they weren't ready. They knew that progress only happens when you take the first step, no matter how uncertain it feels. They understood that fear doesn't go away before you begin. It fades only after you prove to yourself that you are capable. Think about how much time has already passed while you doubted yourself, how many opportunities you let slip away because you thought you needed more time, more skills, more certainty. The truth is, the only way to become ready is to begin. Every small action, every attempt, every lesson learned along the way will build your confidence and push you forward. You are not running out of time. You are wasting it if you keep waiting. Every great success story started with a decision to begin, not with endless preparation. The world moves fast, and those who hesitate get left behind. Start now, step forward now, because the only real failure is the regret of never trying. Everything you see around you, the technology, the buildings, the music, the books, the businesses, was created by people no smarter than you. The world is not built by those who are superior, it is built by those who dare to believe in their own potential. Confidence is not about knowing all the answers. It is about knowing that you have the ability to figure things out, to grow, to improve, to create something meaningful. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that success belongs to a special group of individuals, the ones with more talent, more resources, more intelligence. But that's an illusion. The ones who make a difference in the world are simply the ones who took action. They did not wait for permission. They did not wait for the perfect moment. They believed in their ideas, in their abilities, in their power to shape their own future. Think about the moments when you doubted yourself, when you thought, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, maybe someone else is better suited for this. Now ask yourself, who decides that? Who decides what you are capable of? The answer is simple, you do. No one else has the power to tell you what you can or cannot achieve. The people you admire, the ones who built something great, were once in your position. They faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same insecurities, but they chose to move forward anyway. You have the same power. You are capable of learning, of growing, of achieving more than you ever imagined. The only thing standing between you and success is the belief that you can do it. And once you decide to believe in yourself, not because of what others say, but because you choose to, nothing will be able to stop you. The world is waiting for you to step up, to create, to lead, to inspire. The only question is, will you? At the end of it all, confidence is not something you are born with, it is something you build. It is not given to you by the world, it is claimed by you, through your actions, your persistence, your belief in yourself. The people who make an impact, the ones who turn dreams into reality, are not those who never had doubts or fears. They are the ones who moved forward despite them. They understood that confidence is not about being perfect, not about having all the answers, but about trusting in their ability to figure things out along the way. Life is too short to stand in the shadows of hesitation. Too many people waste their time waiting for the right moment, waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting until they feel ready. But the truth is, readiness is an illusion. No one ever truly feels ready before taking a big leap. The only way to become ready is to start. Confidence is built in the doing, in the trying, in the learning. Every step forward, no matter how uncertain, strengthens you. Every challenge faced, every failure overcome, every risk taken adds another layer to the unshakable belief that you can and will succeed. There will always be obstacles. There will always be voices of doubt, whether from others or from within, but you do not have to listen to them. You do not have to be defined by limitations set by anyone else. The power to succeed, to create, to shape your future has always been in your hands. The world belongs to those who dare to believe in themselves, who refuse to wait, who act with purpose, and who push forward even when the path is unclear. So go forward with confidence, not because you are certain of every outcome, but because you are certain of yourself. You have everything you need within you to turn your dreams into reality. The only thing left to do is begin.